Today our topic is what the Stoics thought about politics. The Stoics were ancient philosophers who believed in living a life of virtue, wisdom, and self-control. They thought that the best way to live was to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot control. This idea is important not only in personal life, but also in politics. The Stoics believed that politics is a way to serve others and make the world a better place. They thought that being involved in politics is not just about power or fame, but about doing what is right and helping people. For the Stoics, politics was a duty, especially for those who are wise and capable. They believed that if you have the ability to help others, you should do it, even if it is difficult or uncomfortable. One of the most famous Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, was actually a Roman emperor. He is a great example of how Stoicism can work in politics. Marcus Aurelius did not want to be emperor, but he accepted the role because he believed it was his duty to serve the people. He wrote in his book Meditations that he had to remind himself every day to do what was right, even when it was hard. He said that a good leader must be just, patient, and humble. He believed that a leader should not be selfish or greedy, but should always think about the well-being of others. Marcus Aurelius showed that even in a position of great power, it is possible to stay true to Stoic principles. The Stoics also believed that politics should be based on reason and not on emotions. They thought that decisions should be made with a clear mind and not out of anger, fear, or desire for power. They believed that emotions could cloud judgment and lead to bad decisions. For example, if a leader makes a decision because they are angry, it might hurt people instead of helping them. The Stoics taught that we should always think carefully before acting and try to see things from different perspectives. They believed that this kind of thinking would lead to better laws and policies. Another important idea in Stoic politics is the idea of equality. The Stoics believed that all people are equal because we all have reason and the ability to live a virtuous life. They thought that no one is better than anyone else just because of their wealth, social status, or power. This idea was very different from the way many people thought in ancient times. In those days, it was common to believe that some people were naturally better than others. But the Stoics said that everyone deserves respect and fair treatment. They believed that a good political system should treat all people equally and give everyone the same opportunities. The Stoics also believed in the importance of community. They thought that humans are social creatures and that we need each other to live well. They believed that politics is a way to bring people together and create a society where everyone can thrive. They said that a good leader should work to strengthen the community and make sure that everyone has what they need. This does not mean that everyone should have the same things, but it does mean that everyone should have a chance to live a good life. The Stoics believe that a strong community is one where people help each other and work together for the common good. One of the challenges of politics, according to the Stoics, is dealing with conflict. They knew that in any society, there would be disagreements and problems. But they believed that these conflicts can be resolved through reason and dialogue. They thought that it is important to listen to different opinions and try to find a solution that works for everyone. They said that a good leader should be willing to compromise and find common ground. They believed that the goal of politics is not to win arguments, but to find the best way to live together in peace. The Stoics also believed that politics should be guided by moral principles. They thought that the laws and policies of a society should reflect what is right and just. They said that a good political system is one that promotes virtue and discourages vice. They believe that leaders have a responsibility to set a good example and to encourage people to live moral lives. They thought that if leaders are corrupt or selfish, it will harm the whole society. But if leaders are honest and virtuous, it will inspire others to be the same. Another important Stoic idea is the acceptance of things we cannot control. In politics, there are many things that are outside of our control. For example, we cannot control what other countries do or how the economy will change. The Stoics believed that instead of worrying about these things, we should focus on what we can control. We can control how we respond to challenges and how we treat others. They believe that even in difficult situations, we can choose to act with courage and integrity. This idea is especially important for leaders, who often face difficult decisions and uncertain outcomes. The Stoics also believed in the importance of humility. They thought that no one is perfect, and that everyone makes mistakes. They said that a good leader should be willing to admit their mistakes and learn from them. They believed that humility is important because it helps us stay grounded and connected to others. They thought that a leader who is too proud or arrogant will lose touch with the people they are supposed to serve. But a leader who is humble will be more likely to listen to others and make better decisions. The Stoics also believed in the importance of perseverance. They knew that politics is not easy, and that it often involves setbacks and challenges. But they believed that it is important to keep going, even when things are difficult. They said that a good leader should be patient and persistent. They believed that if we keep working towards our goals, we can make a difference, even if it takes a long time. They thought that the most important thing is to stay true to our principles and not give up, no matter how hard things get. In conclusion, the Stoics had a lot to say about politics. They believed that politics is a way to serve others and make the world a better place. They thought that a good leader should be just, patient, and humble. They believed that politics should be based on reason and not on emotions. They thought that all people are equal and that a good political system should treat everyone fairly. They believed in the importance of community and the need to resolve conflicts through dialogue. They thought that politics should be guided by moral principles and that leaders have a responsibility to set a good example. They believed in the importance of accepting things we cannot control and focusing on what we can control. They thought that humility and perseverance are essential qualities for a good leader. The Stoics' ideas about politics are still relevant today, and they can help us think about how to create a better society.